Up next, we have a really fun fight in Marlon Moraes against Dodson. This is, these are two arguably top five bantamweights in the world right here, going at it on a prelim on Fox Sports 1. So this is really a fun card. They spoiled us with this one. And John Dodson's a guy who, he's low output, but he's able to get away with it because he's just so athletic. He likes to stay on the outside and wait for these explosive one-punch counters or the explosive blitz combinations. And he's real left-hand heavy. He throw a lot of left hooks. He throws a left hook to the body and then goes upstairs with the left hook. And that left hook definitely has knockout power, man. He definitely puts a lot of people to sleep with it. And, he's really good at, he just stays outside of boxing range but inside of kicking range. And he's able to get out of the way of all your leg kicks, all your body kicks, just by just being too quick. And he just frustrates you. He doesn't really throw a lot of strikes. Like I said, he'll frustrate you, moving around the cage, staying just inside your kicking range, but getting out of the way of your kicks. And eventually, when you just had enough, when you're like, shit, I just need to hit this motherfucker, that's when he comes in with his blitz. When you get over anxious, man, he'll knock you out. So he's really an interesting fighter in that sense. And he has some incredible takedown defense, and if you get him down, he just jumps back up like he's a cat, man. He's extremely hard to, stay on his back, and he's a really good fighter. He has a great chin, real good cardio. He went full 5 rounds with Lineker in his last fight, in a high-paced fight. He did seem like he was getting hit to the body in that fight a lot, but he also made Lineker miss like a hell of a lot of shots, especially to the head, and he looked good in that fight. And he also fought Eddie Wineland, and that was kind of, a sparring session. Dodson, he didn't land that knockout shot, but he was able to land a few of his counter blitzes. He didn't land one of those big strikes, so that's the type of fight you're going to get. Like I said, Dodson isn't very high output, high volume, but he gets away with it with getting the knockout. So if he doesn't get the knockout, it's going to be a fight like that where it's, not a lot of action. And he's fighting Marlon Moraes is a hell of a kicker, man. He has some incredible kicks. Especially to the legs, he'll deteriorate your legs, man. He just beats the fuck out of your legs. And, he trains up there with Mark Henry, Frankie Edgar, Edson Barbosa. And, you could definitely tell that he's picking up a little bit from both of them because he has those kicks that Barbosa has. And then he also has, real great hips and good offensive wrestling as well. So he's a real well-rounded fighter. And, He likes to also stay on the outside and counter as well. He throws a lot of feints and just tries to draw out your strikes, without striking. When he fought a Sun Tzu, that's kind of was a detriment as well because he kind of played right into a Sun Tzu's game. A Sun Tzu loves to do that as well, counter strike and, low output and just almost like these sparring matches. And Sun Tzu just finds a way to win those. But Marlon, I do think, is a real big bantamweight, and we have yet to see John Dodson in there against a real big bantamweight. He fought John Lineker, Manvel Gambirian, and Eddie Wineland, who are all, none of them are imposing bantamweights. I think Marlon's definitely going to be the biggest guy that he's ever fought, maybe outside of TJ Dillashaw, when TJ and him were both very green still. But, I think that could be a factor. I think that Marlon could be able to, land kicks and be able to land a lot of leg kicks, maybe slow down Dodson's movement and then eventually go upstairs. But I do think Dodson's going to have a big speed advantage, especially in the pocket with the hands. So, if I was Marlon, I would say to try to keep it at kicking range, try to use that nice body kick that he has where he slides out of range and kicks you in the body when you're attacking. And, I'm just going to go with Marlon Moraes, man. I think he's hungry. I've always been a fan of watching him in World Series of Fighting, things like that. And he's training with the great camp. And I think he's going to be a little bit too big, a little bit too technical, a little bit too slick for Dodson. And I think he's going to be able to out-volume Dodson on the feet. And he'll take a decision 29-28, 30-27, something like that.